Oh, we are doing amazing. Good morning, USA. And everybody else that happens to watch me also out of the USA. I tried. One me. Can't prove it. Yeah. So then I think we're on mods again, which makes me a happy camper. All right. It seems to always send outward or like a direction. I saw you laughing. I think it's just gonna reflect Lieutenant City. What the fuck is not that? Not a good stage against her. Let me see something. Or like a direction. Welcome, welcome. Right. Just warn you, people haven't paid their Wi-Fi bill yet, so it could cut off at any moment. All good. Just send me a text if that happens at all. Something really cute happened, kind of as a little bit of passive proof in terms of my connection with Jackson over my brother. They posted a TikTok today, and it was like talking about what their like favorite video was, and Jackson brought up the mineral oil one, and Jackson mentioned my ass and was like, I remember when your little brother came up to us and was like, I see your video on recommended. I was like, I did in fact do this. I remember vividly. I could literally show you the kitchen that the OG intro was filmed in. Crazy. Were you able to send out all those emails though, Lloyd? Because I know that's one of the main things that you need to just openly tell me if you ever have trouble sending out a lot, because it is going to be like the main slash only way I have a possibility to essentially work the way I am right now for the rest of my life and not have to stress about like landing somewhere. And I only say that because the only thing I'm not right now is monetized. I have enough content, I have the time, the quality, and the editing power, but until a company is even if they're willing to just give like fucking $5 an hour for me to have like a GIF of one of their logos up on my screen, like easy freaking money. Super simple stuff that I know people like Matt and his company get a lot. And if we just businessize it the way I feel like we can, it will be tremendously effective. Uncle GZ, welcome, welcome. Post it on Tim Talk. Also, really, really cool thing, Lloyd, if you're still here, is I know you said you might not have personally a use for that venue, but my thought was if it is close to you, it would overall be easier for you to receive my like clips and stuff if we even like met there like once a month just to actually do it. Oh, I got you. Yeah, if you want to send me those, because I had a meeting with a company like that before. If you end up not being able to find emails for those, make sure you just look up in general, like on whatever AI thing you're using, like reputable sites to look up links. Because I know the number one thing I think you need to do if you haven't already is make whatever social medias I have that you don't so you can pop on them. And then when you watch my content, you'll literally get like recommended posts based on XYZ, and it'll help a ton there. If that makes sense. This is very true. I think that's why I'm so thankful of the spot I'm in because like without getting into like really really personal stuff, I think a certain somebody closer to me has established just how little he's been supportive because he's seeing a lot of other people technically further away than him show the level of care and support that they have, and I think he's finally coming around to it because I've already said I will openly advertise PC Bros on my shit. So my plan soon is to do just that, like reach out to Jackson and see if they'd be willing to do essentially what Olympus was planning on doing, where they would sponsor players to be like daily streaming and all that. Because I guarantee you, if they had under 15 an hour or 15 an hour for me to do that, it would be over. It would genuinely just be a done deal. like his character genuinely probably has like the stupidest recovery I've ever seen in Smash in a while. Yo, that used it better look cool. No. I'm dead. Yup, and but yeah, for real, I would say watch YouTube videos, ask your AI thing, but most importantly, just Google a shitload regarding companies and ambassador programs because we're looking for companies that like you can just spam stuff out to, and some of those actually just look like, hey, he's a professional. He'll review your thing for this. Let us know if you need any more details. Respond to us here. Like, understand that it is better to send a bootleg ass request email to a company and then eventually get one back from them, or allow us to resend one when we've gotten bigger, when it's more professionally made, if that makes sense. Something I've learned, especially watching my brother, is the amount of times they essentially fell upward and they thought they were going to fail. And I feel like, unironically, if we start running with that mental, where like there is no way we can fail, even if it feels like we are, like it's a done deal. But like on some real shit, I would say like Google a video even to see if there's something on like what roles and responsibilities a social media manager has, or like a content manager has, because some of the stuff, if I explain it, might not be as clear cut as if you watch the video explaining it to you. Like, I think the best way to put it is, if I wasn't destined to have this be my career, the amount of things that have gone right so far would not have. That's the best way I can put it. I don't give my effort to something that I know has no chance, but I also don't put my effort into stuff that's like a free win. And so when I gamble like that and it pays off, and you see me just like ill head on grindstone, that's because the best example is me when I'm editing and I'm actually locked in. I am almost completely mute because I understand the more I can like not say a word, post, 8 of them can get a couple hundred views, but if 10 of them get over 2,000, bam. And it's genuinely the most satisfying feeling I've had in so long, that I feel like we can delegate stuff a little better should you end up like preferring a certain part of the process over another. Because I know you said typing's not your forte. Um, for the most part, you can chat check that stuff, as you know, but with a lot of other stuff, you would want it to still be very human like. No, bro, you are all good. Man, I don't need to know if you want a toilet or not. Go. But you see what I mean? Where like most of this stuff, when I started it, oh, I'm dead. Yup, and you held in too. Wait, I have a clip of me talking about that, by the way, and it was barely even timed right. So I was screaming internally if I didn't register in my head before I clipped too soon. um, I was saying you don't gotta tell me if you're on the toilet or not, but uh, I feel like when it comes to stuff that we get locked up on doing, if you just full-fledged let me know like what part you know you get slowed down by, the more things that like we can delegate properly like that, even if it does look a lot like a pass back forth, if you know, just finding emails like companies is the tough part for you, then I can do that, and then I can just have you send the emails out. um Whether it's like, little stuff like that, if that makes sense.
Hey cutie.
Who was this? AJ! What's good, go? So, like, genuinely never feel bad if you're like, yeah, no, I don't get this. Don't obviously just rip it to me after I've, like, asked you to do it for a bit, Lloyd, but
What's good, gang?
not much. We big ball, and I had a good, doctor's appointment today, with my, uh, what is it? Scheduling, um, my dude that gets me my medicine. I can't speak. And all day.
How was the scrim yesterday?
So, sadly, your boy's bladder was not able to make it the whole time. Um, because I got there at like 3. I stayed until like 7. But overall, dude, I did not expect me to go there and to be potentially hired. And that's seriously what they said. They basically said, like, what I am doing right now, if they had the funds, and I wish I was making this up, they would hire me hourly to be in their place. Mind you, the guy that I spoke to has a kidney issue, meaning he has to use the restroom every 45 minutes. So when I explained to him, without sounding weird, if y'all are willing to pay me from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. to come in and stream and have y'all's shit in the background. And the guy literally said, it's not really a if we want to hire you, it's a how will we pay you right now. And I thought that was like an instant hire, but then when the guy came back in, he basically said like, we can offer you the entire facility. So at any point I can go to the facility, make content, invite friends, you name it. But after they start slow but surely growing, I'll be like on that chopping block for content creation. Which, if that is the case, and I end up getting a fucking job where I just get to do this for money, yep, the dream has been made. I'm genuinely tempted to call my homie
Oh, yeah.
Mason because it is Primal Raid Day, damn it. And every minute he's not letting me know that he's awake is a Primal Raid. I could have been bada bing bada boomin'. Ugh.
How was your doctor appointment?
Hella good. My doctor is, I think still the funniest thing ever is my only excuse now that I can like say regarding my restroom thing, because we had labs. Yeah, no, same, Lloyd. Uh they're like, all right, you gotta leave a urine sample, and I literally am just like, I would love to, but I cannot. And they're like, what? No, you have to. If you need to wait here a little bit, you can. And then I showed them my inner stim, and they're like, oh, here's the saliva. Here you go. I hate it. There was like an old lady right by me that was able to do it, and I just, oh.
LMAO, that's great.
I'm excited because Lloyd, for reference, whenever Rika comes over and we are able to play modded like this, the views, as you would suspect, are absurd. Go on. The amount of acceleration you had
What's on
off
the
that
agenda for
plat
today?
to get there was absurd. I know I'll be editing, then
I am off, so I'm chilling.
really, yo, that's fire. So, in a dream world, my homie Mason hits me up. I think my favorite thing I see you playing is either Warzone or the parkour game, Lloyd. I'd have to agree. If I didn't have my inner stim, I think I would play that parkour game daily. But like when I tell you the amount of pain, let me entertain y'all for a second. If you had to take a guess what my keyboard looks like or what my buttons look like, ignore the dust in it, beat me up, shoot me for that. But as you probably suspect, W, A, S, and D, and Shift, right? You'd assume those are. Let's see if I can fling you around this way. Do you see those three white scrubbed off keys? that are like bright as hell in the light. The second bottommost one,
LMAO, yeah.
that is all because of that amazing Blood Thief game. While I love it, and I would die for it, my ligaments would rather not. But no, Lloyd, the moment they put that shit on TikTok where I can actually like put the game as that, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Something else I need to start doing again because I remember how popular it got were my Mario 64 stuff, because it's still my favorite game ever. It's still the only game that I feel like I can have fun with whenever.
Definitely.
And I'm addicted to speedrunning, so like,
I miss the Mario streams.
the bitches go kind of hard. I get too nervous when I try to go for runs and I'm not streaming now, so it genuinely feels so required. It looked like Fox was acting for you. You just punched him in the dick. It didn't even do anything. This game sucks. Blaziken has no cockbox. Hello? Firefox dies to inverse Firefox. I'm gonna do totally accurate Firefox loses to Fire fucking Bird. This character model still has my favorite death death noise ever. It's so good, dude. If I could put that shit on my Fox permanently, oh my god. Oh?
LMAO, that's amazing.
Have you seen what this is based off of?
BTW.
Cheers! I'll make sure to run upstairs here in a minute and grab my goodies once I'm done working. Do you know what this is from, AJ? Because I know a lot of my people that watch my videos genuinely don't know what this is from, and I have to.
I do not.
Thank me later when you end up binging all these. I'm in shock you haven't seen these before. Bro, I genuinely can't put into words how funny these are. They are loud, but oh my god. Lloyd, have you ever seen these? Because if not, this is yet again where you'll see the modded Fox.
We need your help, Star Fox. Andros
Mind you, this was like when Melee still is huge, so
has declared war. He's
Stay hydrated.
he's dash dancing. So the whole idea of these is your main character is a belligerent speedrunner in the game, so you only know something about. Hence the name of it.
Thank you, Star Fox.
Ah, so this is Star Fox.
Something's up ahead.
I'm an alligator. Impressive, Star Fox. Now watch out.
Oh shit, this is my, oh my god, bro. Oh my god, this is probably my favorite shit. I might make this my follower or sub emote. Let me first, because it's too fucking funny that he uses an N64 controller for this shit.
Impressive, Star Fox. Now watch out for
This part. Where's Slippy? Or where's Fox?
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Yeah, it's because we're in space, Einstein.
What do you think you're doing, Fox?
This is the best thing ever.
For reference, this was memed on because there is a and it's genuinely scary. On the first Star Fox 64, when you had the map and you were over like on the right side, it would say like question mark on a like black hole. And when you click on it, it'll say out of this world, and the visuals would be like warped during the level. It was honestly scary. It felt really, really spooky. And I think that was their rendition of it.
Fox, you made it. Bill!
You are my
Best friend!
Fox, that's one of ours.
Don't care.
Hey, we can't go this way. The map
I'm
says-
making mac and cheese. Nobody can stop.
Star Fox. I want you to take out
Doing okay.
That area's an oven. Don't go burning that R-wing. Be real.
Okay.
What's up, Kevin?
What's good, my guy?
Where is the creator?
God is in heaven.
The view is clear. I must be complete.
I am making mac and cheese and no one can stop me.
What are you doing? It's time down, Slippy.
Slippy's dead.
Deploy the Landmaster.
Jazz is like Jello pudding. Kids, they listen to the rap music that gives them the brain damage.
Come on. Personally, I prefer the air.
With their hippin' and the hoppin' and the bippin' and the boppin'.
Slippy's dead.
Slip is dead. Nice.
Nice! He woke up Kirby.
Don't get too cocky, Star Fox.
Let's see how you handle our new ship.
You're good,
So is Star Fox a game?
but I'm better.
Yeah.
What the?
Bitch got dash danced.
Mission complete.
Hiya.
Come on, Fox.
I've been waiting for you, Star Fox.
Fire!
You know that I control the galaxy.
Ha!
It's foolish to come against me. Now you will feel
Don't ever give up, my son.
Did you know that that's actually his dad?
Might not make it.
And with one wrong turn, Fox never made it out alive. With his dying breath, Andros was able to take our hero beyond this mortal coil. PP Dudukaka. The galaxy was saved, but at what cost? Oh, JK.
Yeah. Yeah. The best one without question. Oh, there's a banjo one. Have I seen this? I'm not trying to binge shit, but I don't think I've ever seen this. Yeah, this is only a year old? Yeah, I've never seen it. Oh, I gotta see it now. No, not our move. The fucking Amber Alert. Nah, just the beauty of something about. If you ever wanted to know where I get like meme characters from, Lloyd, this is typically where. If they ever make it something about Banjo skin in Smash, I will be so happy. That noise, by the way, that is the only way Banjo can speak. That's why in Smash, when he has a voice actor going, "Whoa!" people fucking hate it, because that is all he does.
So where is Banjo and Kazooie originally from?
Banjo and Kazooie. I know it's hella confusing. But like, so you got Star Fox 64 was this shit. The like booty ball looking like isometric 3D game. And then
Oh, they have their own game?
yeah. And then bada bing bada boom. And for reference, the reason why Smash like ult is such a big deal, this is the best graphic 3D model Banjo we have ever gotten, besides Nuts and Bolts. And I don't want to talk about what I'm looking at there. I don't know who I'm looking at. That's not my Banjo. It's nuts. It's I just, my brain doesn't even comprehend how old these motherfuckers are to a certain degree. Yeah, I think if y'all are down for it, I think I'm gonna I know older than me. Yeah.
Damn.
The realistic last time we got what he looked like was this. Because he looked almost the exact same on Banjo-Tooie. But the game itself was dramatically worse. It's still great. And it's better than any other Banjo games.
Even that's older than me.
Right. No, same with me. I'm October 19th, 01. Let's see. I forgot if I'm older than Melee. Yeah, I'm like a month older than Melee. Bum bum ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 bum bum ba 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 bum ba bum ba bum ba 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 ba.
Now I want to play Banjo and Kazooie.
It goes absolutely hard, dude. It genuinely is such a good game. Firefox dies. As long as I don't say anything dumb, I'll use this whole thing. Let's see. Firefox dies to inverse Firefox. Yeah, that works. Sounds good to me. I want to start speed running clips. I'm taking too long.
You're right, this card is kind of broken. Oh no, it's not quite it's just that.
Oh shit, I just said poke.
You done yet?
Dude, that was dirty. Oh my god.
One K likes.
You are nuts, AJ. Thank you so much. Alright, that's getting downloaded. Now I can download this. Swap on out. Whenever we collect our first amount of schmageggles for the stream, I'll smoke. But recently I've found that with my recent not as like popular or popping streams that I need to really lock in sober. And if someone I really wish I could just say on my like in the title like a galaxy equals a dab or like 100 diamonds equal a dab, because literally yesterday I was watching somebody go live and they were just bitching at people in chat that were like, bro, roll a blunt or something. He's like, all right, roll a blunt, then you send me a galaxy. If you're gonna ask me to do something, I'm gonna ask you to do something. I'm like, bro, you got like 200 live viewers. Come the fuck on. Gavin Moore, welcome. Todd, welcome, welcome. Do I have a beanie down here? I do. Put it on. Keep fucking with my hand. One of the main things I've been tempted to try also, AJ, is those like-a-thons. Because I know, given how many followers I have on TikTok now, if I did like a every like increases the timer I stream, I feel like eventually that could just become my method, if that makes sense. Drink some agua. 2013 Chromebook. Welcome, welcome. All right.
So I have a question.
You're.
If I sent a $300 gift when I get my taxes, how much of that would you get?
Oh my. That's a good question. That is honestly a really good question. I'm gonna see if I can look that up. Okay, I found a website that lets me put a number of coins. I want to say 30,000 is $300. Oh my god. So you would be sending.
What are we looking at?
This is one of the probably like only things I can't talk about like exactly. But I unironically, dude. I that makes me so sad. So if you were to get that many coins like from the website using like the deal exchanger, um half.
That's so sad.
Okay, wait. Like, the only and biggest thing that benefits is, you know how it would say like popularity decreased in Call of Duty for me a bunch? I know if on average I stay at that high of a like gift tier, I could literally go live doing whatever I wanted and I would have more people coming in giving me more stuff. But it's one of those things where like you would be gifting me that to like invest in me and then like hope, and I hate that. That's why I hope Lloyd, if you are here, it would help a lot if you think you could set up a Patreon, because I really do want to make that soon, and then make a video like about it. Rocco and Diego, welcome. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Bam. Bam. Gotcha.
Chillin' having the bro on stream tonight, I believe, so you know how that's gonna go.
Hell yes.
Double.
Second.
Oh, let's go. Thank y'all so fucking much for the likes. It means the world. No, yeah, you are totally good, Lloyd. No rushki. And you could even, again, ask that on AI, like, what would be a good... Nelson Alexandra. Welcome. Yeah, I think we're gonna farm some fools in Warzone today. How's that sound? I think I got 7 second places yesterday. All because my dumbass got too hungry for kills. Killed the second to last 4-man by myself. And then I'm left with another 4-man. And that's hard. That's fucking hard. But goddamn is it fun. Some of the clips I've been getting on it too have been hilarious. And I think last night I missed one of the best ones. He's like, yeah, this dude's definitely hacking. Just because I shot him out of the air with a sniper. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can find it.
You could literally just rip the Puffco on Strawam for Patreon.
Yep. No, that's it. That's actually it. AJ, you are a genius. Lloyd, whenever you hear this, let me know, but...
I'd pay for it, LMAO.
Because, well, like, what that would let me do, AJ, is whenever I'm doing these edit streams, I could edit on TikTok, YouTube, and stuff like that. And then for Patreon members, they'll get an exclusive, like, Twitch Kick link. That is smart. That is really smart. Is this it? I think this is the clip.
That's a good report. That's a good report.
That's a good report. Oh, I love it out here. How the fuck am I? I'm just hitting shots, brother. I don't understand. That.
That's a good report.
This game makes me addicted. Thank you so much for the follow. Antonio NJI TikTok, welcome. Those are two. Yeah. Filthy two. So Lloyd, my idea, it wasn't mine, it was AJ's. But because you know I can't do you know what on stream, but Patreon's one of those like full allowing websites. I think if we were to make it about not only that, because then we literally can have companies like sponsoring us for the Patreon. The more we can get this involved, the better. Because I know how many people would be willing to have a unique stream. Like, let's say, because I know YouTube and Twitch or TikTok are the only two that are like really against it. If I just make like regular game posts and all that on those, and then I go ahead and make like content that people that are of age that want to watch that, not only will I like go over how to clean stuff, but like a bunch of stuff. I feel like that would honestly be really good. Because at the end of the day, Lloyd, just like for reference, the only reason why it is so hard for me right now to get like an eye on a good set of sponsors is solely because we're in a not fully legal state. And I mean that dead ass, because the amount of companies that I know would sponsor me at the size that I'm at, but they legally cannot. But us making an enterprise would fix that. I just want to make sure you're comfortable with that, Lloyd, because I mean, at the end of the day, this stuff is gonna get legalized eventually, but I just want to make sure it doesn't make you uncomfortable to reach out for those things too. Because if we want to talk about like real deal life-changing sponsors, if a single company would be willing to send me like the jars I get, this is already a higher paying job than yeah.
LMAO, glad I could help.
No, for real. Bet. But like, are you okay with helping me like find sponsors and stuff, Lloyd? Because like my whole idea is I know how many companies would like give me money to like do giveaways of their stuff, just because I'm knowledgeable. So like anything to do with that can be on the Patreon. Um, uh, if these words um I'm gonna message you it real quick, Lloyd, just so I'm not typing it out loud. As much as I hate that last sentence, Lloyd, it is true. Not saying we can't, but it definitely is important to keep an eye on it. Okay, I didn't post them yet. My goat Mason just messaged me, by the way, the one for Pokemon Go. He said he just woke up and that he's charging his stuff right now. So don't y'all stress, we will still be doing that.
You gonna be live doing it?
Welcome. Yes, sir. It'll be Twitch only though. Just because I still don't have a good way to do it other than that.
Bet.
Trying to think of how many I want to make. I only have a couple more modded ones. I might as well. Get ready, Lloyd, to see what I'm talking about, though, with today's posts. I'm going to get these all done, and I guarantee you before I even repost them to threads, they're going to have over 1,000 views. It's absurd. The double breakfast deletion after the KFC. Here, let me, just so I am all ready. I'm gonna make sure my tablet has.
BRB.
Make sure all my stuff's pre-downloaded. Yeah, man.
Shit's fine.
Okay. Welcome. I think one of the biggest parts about with the Patreon too, Lloyd, is I would say make like any tier the tier that lets people add me on Pokemon Go. And then unless that like blows up out of nowhere, then we could essentially just use that over and over. Not like exclusively, but if that makes sense. Yeah. That sounds good. I would say you could make first tier 5. Personally, especially if it's just a month thing. Didn't even let me do it. Hopefully it'll let me edit this. Because I didn't mean to press post right away. Go. Then that would have been saved.
It's just a crap. It's not just a crap. Complete. The one time you don't do fair.
Oh yeah, you can't have special characters.
Whatever.
Feeling a little bit of a dare. Feeling a bit of a dare moment.
Dare on the stage is low-key criminal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip this.
The one time you don't do fair. Whatever.
Okay, so I am all done. Money. All right. Let me super fast go upstairs and grab my smoke stuff and my shoes and socks, so I am all ready. I will be right back. Don't go nowhere.
I have returned.
Just when I thought Nick's invisibility couldn't get any better, he manages to surpass the legend. John Cena himself.
LMAO validly added that new invisibility update was definitely worth it.
you know what, Lloyd? Just for you, we'll do some blood thief till I gotta go. How's that sound? Well, I'm gonna smoke first, then. Trin with the likes, you go. I'm so sorry. I don't even have that chat box up. There you are. Trin, you are a go. Bro, the new invisibility update went crazy. I'm glad y'all get it. Oh. Okay, so starting tomorrow, Call of Duty's gonna have a Dead Ops arcade leaderboard event, and you already know I gotta practice my balls off to be nuts at this.
More valuable when it comes to increasing your score multiple when compared to picking up regular gold and silver treasure. Also, the bigger the gem, the bigger the impact on raising your multiplier meter. As players advance their multiplier to higher levels, it becomes increasingly difficult to fill up the multiplier meter. For example, going from a ×1 to a ×2 multiplier is much quicker than progressing from a ×4 to a ×5. In the Slayer Mart, which first appears on round 15 on normal, there are a number of upgrades you can purchase with your silverback cash that will be helpful for increasing your score multiplier. Gem Cutter increases the score value of gems from 250 to 300 points on a ×1, and also makes gems 15% more valuable when it comes to increasing your score multiplier meter. Tippable is a recent addition in Season 2. It increases the score value of all treasure pieces by 25 points each. And this upgrade also makes treasure pieces 15% more valuable when it comes to increasing your score multiplier meter. The earlier
Here's AJ, we're about to take a rip.
better. I recommend buying Gem Cutter on round 15 during a Dark Crypt, and then purchase Tippable on round 16 after defeating the Slayer underboss. Also, during every Slayer Mart encounter, you'll want to buy the item called Gem Geode. Only 300 cash, and it provides anywhere from 8 to 16 gems. The good thing with this one
Cheers,
is that
cheers,
you can
y'all.
purchase up to 5 times in a single shop, depending on the inventory count displayed next to the item. There are reroll tokens you could use in the Slayer Mart. You start with 3 tokens, and you could purchase additional reroll tokens as well for fairly cheap. My advice is to reroll your Slayer Mart page until you see Gem Geode with an inventory count of either 4 or 5, and then purchase them. Purchasing 5 Gem Geodes will award you anywhere from 40 to 80 gems during the start of the following round. Something to keep in mind is that once Gem Geode is purchased, additional rerolls of that particular Slayer Mart will not show any other Gem Geodes. You'll have to wait for the following Slayer Mart. In normal, the Slayer Mart is guaranteed to appear after rounds 15, 16, 20, 36, 59, 68, 71, and 80, assuming you complete the associated challenges during those rounds. There are 2 items that appear during arena play that are going to be very helpful for building your score multiplier. One is the Umbrella, which typically spawns in a little over 20 gems, and another item is the Vortex, which lasts for about 10 seconds and acts like a Gersh device, pulling in nearby enemies and turning them into red gems. Just keep in mind some zombies will occasionally target you while standing near the Vortex, so just be vigilant of that. A great Slayer Mart upgrade to purchase early on is Gem Hexed Vortex. It's not too pricey. It makes it to where Vortex items create red gems that are twice as large, with these bigger gems providing a greater boost to your score multiplier meter. With the Umbrella and Vortex items, it's great to pop a Temporal Gift Gobblegum right before grabbing them. Temporal Gift makes it to where the next item you obtain will last twice as long. So a 10-second Vortex becomes a 20-second Vortex. You can take this strategy a step further. Suppose you're playing a co-op match, and either you have the Fate of Fortune from the Room of Fate, or maybe a teammate of yours has Fortune. One of the abilities of Fortune is that items last 80% longer. And the Fortune player also has a Fate-specific upgrade in the Slayer Mart that they could purchase on round 36 called Durability. That will make items last 125% longer, so over twice as long. That Fate ability and upgrade will actually stack with Temporal Gift. So what I'm getting at here is that the Fortune player can keep a Temporal on them during most arenas, pop it before grabbing an Umbrella or Vortex, and you'll be swimming in gems. A Fortune player with the Durability upgrade and a Temporal Gift will turn a 10-second Vortex into 45 seconds.
That's nuts.
That's a lot of cannoli. Another great Gobblegum to use is a purple one called Who's Keeping Score. In DUA, it lasts for 5 minutes and makes it to where the spawn rate of treasure during rounds is increased by a rate of 5 times. You can use this in your earlier rounds to build up a score multiplier, or even wait until you have the tippable upgrade, so that way you get more value out of the constant treasure piles. Even without this gum, you should be able to leave the first Slayer Arena with approximately a ×6 score multiplier. Now, of course, the purpose of building a high score multiplier is to help you get more score. Your score is indicated by this large number below your username, which is also viewable on the in-game scoreboard. For most fates, you can earn an extra life for every 200,000 score that you accumulate. If you purchase the Fated Divine Chalice as your second fate from the Slayer Mart, then you'll actually earn lives quicker. You'll get an extra life for every 150,000 score that you earn. So, what exactly awards you score in this game? Killing a regular zombie will provide 100 score and a ×1 multiplier. Also, certain special enemies will usually provide higher score when killed. For example, an enemy like the Disciple or Mangler will provide 350 points on a ×1 multiplier, and certain underbosses like the Guardian or the Bear will provide 1,000 points on a ×1. So if you're playing co-op, it's good to make sure you deal the final killing shot to these enemies. As alluded to earlier, you can also earn score by collecting treasure and gems. All gems will provide 250 score on a ×1, and with the Gem Cutter upgrade, gems are worth 300 score. The various types of treasure pieces will award different amount of score, assuming you're on a ×1 score multiplier. The silver bar is worth 25 points, the silver stack is 50 points, the gold bar is 100, the gold stack is 350, the golden bull is 900 points, that's a pretty good one, and the silverback cash coin will actually give you 100 points as well, with the tippable upgrade providing an extra 25 score on a ×1 multiplier for each of these treasure pieces, including the cash coin. But keep in mind that the cash coin does not affect your score multiplier, but instead increases your cash total, which is used to purchase upgrades in the Slayer Mart. So everything I just spoke about covers goal number 1 of ours, which is building a score multiplier and doing it as quickly as possible. Now let's talk about keeping your score multiplier. When you die in DUA games, a bunch of gems will spill out of your corpse, and your multiplier meter will deplete as well. That's obviously not good, and it can be difficult to recover your score multiplier depending on what round you die on. So the goal is to go as far as possible without dying. Easier said than done. I recently played a match around 90 where I quit the match with 0 deaths, and had roughly 80 million points. Obviously for most players, that is unrealistic. Luckily for you, there's a Goblin that's going to be your best friend for helping you keep your score multiplier in the later rounds, and that's going to be the legendary but humble gum called Crate Power. Crate Power makes it to where you do not lose your score multiplier whenever you take a death. The strategy I would recommend is to pop a Crate Power towards the beginning of your run, or whenever you're set up with some of the essentials. If you die during a Slayer Arena or Silverback Challenge, you do not lose your multiplier, and you also do not lose Crate Power, so you don't have to worry about wasting it in those areas, except for anything labeled a hazard zone where taking a death is penalized. Once you pop a Crate Power, it immediately activates and will linger in the background. So what you could actually do is spin for another Crate Power from the Gobblegum machine, and then keep it as one of the 3 gums in your sidebar. That makes it to where if you die during an arena, your score multiplier is protected, and then once you respawn, you could pop your second Crate Power that you kept in your sidebar, which will protect you in case you happen to die a second time during that specific arena. Then once you make it to the end of the arena, you could respin for an extra 1 or 2 Crate Powers, depending on how many times you die during that arena. So essentially the idea is to always have one active, and then keep a second one in your sidebar. As far as other Gobblegums, I do have a tier list video where I break down each one, but the ones I like using are Soda Fountain and Power Vacuum. They basically make it to where you get extra items that spawn in, which could help with survival, and sometimes you'll even get an extra Umbrella or Vortex as well. Wall-to-wall clearance is a good gum to spin for at the end of certain arenas, and then you could use it at the start of the next challenge round. There's a stretch of challenge rounds starting on 37 all the way to 57, which can be challenging or annoying. So popping that gum during a challenge will typically last for the entire round, and also you get good score during that time as well, with those nukes being deployed on your position. For solo matches, it's important to remember that you have the ability to save and quit, which is the poor man's Crate Power. I've never been one to encourage cheese, and I would never do this in a match of mine, but I know many of you are looking for any edge you could get with this leaderboard event, so we'll file this one under the unethical tips and tricks. It's an open secret at this point. In solo, you have the ability to save and quit once per round, meaning that if you lose a ×6 score, 29 for example, you can suddenly decide that you have to use the bathroom, and utilize a quick save and quit. After blowing up the toilet and loading back into the game, you'll start at the very beginning of that round that you saved on, along with keeping your score multiplier. Again, you can only save once per round, so if you happen to die again during that same round,
Can
that death
you
will no longer be
slow
forgiven
down?
should your
I have
bowels happen
some
to act up.
questions.
That's the shit out of luck.
No,
My advice
record
for
it.
or for getting a high score multiplier in general would be to play a co-op match.
That's why I let you record lectures.
Then return the favor and scratch the areas. I don't have any friends. Well, how the fuck is that my problem? In all seriousness, if you don't have anybody to play with, join my Discord server, linked in the description, and there's a DUA4 looking for group text channel that players use all the time, and I'm sure there's going to be even more posts once the event starts. The reason why I recommend co-op is because the length of rounds does not become longer, but there are more zombies that appear on the map at once, also known as max AI, which means more challenge, but also more kills and score available. If you're playing co-op, the strategy would be to let one player obtain all the important loot and items, and basically treat them as the VIP of the match. This is a tactic known as score boosting. The strat goes back to the early days of DUA 1, and has persisted as an option throughout the entire DUA series. The gameplay loop here is one player gets a high score multiplier, they grab all the treasure, gems, and other important items on the map. This allows them to earn lives at a fast rate. They could then donate those lives to down teammates in order to get life donation rewards. Those life donation rewards are then used to protect the player from death and also kill more zombies, thus earning more score, allowing for even more life donations, yada yada yada. You continue the gameplay loop. I would recommend the player being boosted takes the Fate of Firepower in the Room of Fate, although the Fate of Fortune is also very good to use with the strategy as well. I used Fortune when I did the round 90 Flawless mentioned earlier, but Firepower might be the safer option for most players. Regardless of what fate you take, I would recommend taking the Fated Divine Chalice as your second and final fate from the Slayer Mart. Let's talk a bit about life donations. On rounds 1 to 80 on normal, normal, life donations are entirely optional. If a teammate has 0 lives and dies, they are downed in final stand for a period of typically 60 seconds. During that time, you can donate a life to that player by pressing up on the D-pad. When you do this, one of your lives is taken from you and your HUD.
No, I think he moved away from the mic. I heard that too. Bro, I know I just took a hit, but like, why does this have more care put into it than my fucking zombies? How? This is one of the first videos in so long that I can't watch at full or at sped up.
Can use gobbles in arcade.
Yep. And they have better effects. Did you hear, by the way, his strat? So if you felt like getting a high round by not doing anything, I can donate you stuff later in the game if you just join me, because apparently more zombies spawn, but the length of the round isn't longer. So there's more points available.
But you receive what are called life donation rewards in return. You'll sometimes receive a measly chicken and magnet, but usually you'll get some pretty decent rewards, with the ability to get 3 chickens, a saw blade, boxing gloves, and even armory like a speed boost and or nuke. Slayer Mart upgrades like attractive personality, sushi, and tight laces will buff your magnet, saw blade, and boxing glove.
Like, what?
Respectively. So these are inexpensive items that you'll want to invest in at some point. Replenishing your armory through life donations ties into the damage I mentioned earlier as well, as you could then afford to use more speed boosts and nukes to help you survive during tougher rounds, and then always have the ability to earn that armory back through life donations or certain guaranteed bonus rooms. Speaking of bonus rooms, a great tactic you can employ in co-op matches is to have teammates buy certain items in the Slayer Mart that help you out. For example, whenever possible, your teammate should always purchase an item called Arcade Break, which spawns a guaranteed arcade machine item at the start of the following eligible round. These are going to be great opportunities to manufacture additional bonus rooms in order to get extra gems, treasure, armory, cash coins, and score, depending on which room it gives you. For example, you could get something like a Kari exit from an arcade machine. If you make it to the end of that area, there's another Slayer Mart. Those are more gems you can purchase, or maybe even another arcade break. Although sometimes that item is on a cooldown, so you can instead have a teammate buy an item called a random bonus room, which is again extra loot and armory to help you out. Another important note with arcade break is that if it appears on one of your teammates' Slayer Mart pages, it will not appear for you or other players in the Slayer Mart, unless your teammate ends up re-rolling their page to where they no longer have arcade break displayed on that page. So just a little something to be aware of. A cheeky tactic that I like to use is to also have teammates buy gem geode in the Slayer Mart, and if they have the necessary cash, they could even buy gem cutter as well. And what that does is it typically bumps them up to around a ×3 score multiplier during the following round, and when they take a death, they'll usually drop over a dozen gems near their corpse, which you can then collect for yourself. One teammate on the squad can also invest in the no columns item in the Slayer Mart, which ensures that spiders do not spawn from.
Wait, AJ, do you have gobbles? Because I feel like me and you can cheese the shit out of this. Also, apparently, I could have used my fucking field upgrade on the right, it shows.
Yeah.
I don't remember being able to use my goddamn field upgrade. Boy. Bet. I did not have that, sir. That seems to be a luxury.
Boxes when obtained by that specific player, allowing for better loot. Also, one teammate should also keep the exit strategy gobblegum in their sidebar, and use it if you randomly encounter the chicken nest, which has 14 white eggs. Popping this gum will make it to where those white eggs also hatch cash coins. And this gum actually got a bit of a buff in Season 2, so you'll usually see around 60 cash coins appear during this bonus room with that gum. Teammates can also use profit sharing, which takes cash away from them and instead divides it evenly among the players in the match, allowing you to have extra cash on hand to make purchases for yourself. When using the score boosting strategy, teammates should not pick up cash coins except during Slayer Arenas. Teammates will also receive a cash bonus for completing Slayer Arenas, and also earn 25 cash for every coin that you pick up as well. So over time, your teammates will actually accumulate a decent bit of cash, even if they're barely playing. Speaking of barely playing, there's currently no AFK kick timer in DOA 4, so if your teammates just want to sit in your lobby as an extra body and step away to eat some rigatoni pizza, well, they could go ahead and do that. We're gonna close out this video with a list of Slayer Mart purchases that I made during the first 71 rounds of my recent match where I went flawless. I had an upgrade fortune that allows for a 30% discount on all Slayer Mart items, but all in all, I spent over 450,000 cash in the Slayer Mart by the end of the Swamp Arena, and that's without using the gift card gobblegum and only crushing one red gum that I got from Flavor Hacks. Anyways, a lot of information in this video to digest, but I think it's fairly comprehensive and hopefully helpful. Listen, I know there's a vocal segment of the COD player base that does not like leaderboard events regardless of what mode it's for, but I think an event like this is a great opportunity to get new people to try out the UA. I imagine there will be a number of players who seek out information online on how to improve their score.
Oh, you know it.
About the core mechanics of the game, and
My homie's gonna leave in about 10 minutes, so that's when this stream's gonna go down, and then I'm gonna swap to the Twitch.
Bet.
Let me, super quick fill up my Brita, or my water bottle first. Let me get one set up, though. I know I'm a head ass, Lloyd. Fancy Brita. I got double Brita. Bam, bam. Can you tell that I miss being as a... That's all I gotta say. Alright. Let's take this ripperoni while we're watching this guy get the final and thus world record on this map. Alright, I'm heating up. I'm even gonna just do this with camera so y'all can keep watching. The tech. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers.
Double monster finger? Holy shit. Holy shit. Are you ready, dude? Nope. Reset. Knew it. He's stressed about the cleanup crew that he didn't kill. Yup. Dude. That's it. 270,000. $231 right now. Okay. I'm gonna end this stream.
Damn.
Actually nuts to me. Let's see if I should have time to go to the... Oops. Nuts. Mental. I want to make sure I got everything I might need. Got the chinos on deck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start heading up. Alright, y'all. I will be back live very soon with Pokemon Go. And when I get done with that, I'll be back live on here. But, love y'all. Be safe. I hope I see all you guys over there shortly. Peace.